These are the most impressive LEGO trains you can build right now, from historic locomotives to modern marvels. Today I will reveal the best train models made by fans, perfect for you to create your own LEGO trains theme. Let's get started with the greatest train ever made. Back to the Future Jules Verne Time Train. It's time to go back in time with this outstanding model. If you are a fan of Back to the Future Part 3, then hold on to your flux capacitors because this build is an absolute time-traveling treasure. The model is filled with little details and nods to the classic films. There are also some gizmos and other things you'll notice. The model favors displayability rather than motorization, so unfortunately it's not compatible with powered up. The instructions also come with graphics or fan stickers to make this model more realistic. So fire up the steam flux capacitor and let this time-traveling locomotive take you on an adventure through time and space.
Hey, I've seen this one, this is a classic!
Then we have 90s German Intercity train. This model includes a nostalgic trip, a nostalgic set with colors that will bring you back to the past. Additionally, the design of the windshield looks very familiar. Some LEGO train fans will notice the similarities between this and nostalgic LEGO train sets. The model features striking bold colors like black and red and white for contrast. But wait, it gets even better. You're not getting just one locomotive, you're getting two. One's a motorized engine compatible with both RCA9V systems, while the other is a dummy unit perfect for creating that double-headed train on your layout. Overall, this model is very well designed. You might be wondering, how do I actually build these amazing models? Well, that's where Rebrickable comes into play. Rebrickable is a goldmine for LEGO fans who want to build unique creations beyond official LEGO sets. It's a platform where designers from all over the world share custom instructions and part lists for their fan-made mocks, my own creations, where you buy the instructions as a way to support these designers, but you need to buy the pieces separately. How? Well, Rebrickable has this easy tool to find the cheapest parts from Bricklink and other online stores. Let's face, LEGO hasn't shown trains the love they deserve in recent years. If you are craving more engines or other railway-based sets, Rebrickable is your train ticket to expanding your collection, because if LEGO is not going to make a trains theme, you've gotta do it yourself. Alright train fans, this one is for the Disney buffs and vintage rail lovers. Let's dive into a fantastic fan-made model that hits all the right notes, Carolwood Pacific passenger car. This model has a great backstory, inspired by Walt Disney's backyard train, the Carolwood Pacific and the Disneyland Railroad. The name on the wagon displays Santa Fe and Carolwood, a reference to the Santa Fe and Disneyland Railway. But what makes this model so special? Well, for one, I appreciate the color scheme. The yellow paired with red and green screams classic Americana. This model would be great paired with the Disney train set from a few years ago. Wow, that was released in 2019? I'm feeling old. This fan mock introduces a passenger car and a baggage car, but of course the best part is the caboose. The level of detail here is astonishing. The designer even put in the smaller details most of us will not even notice. The designer didn't skip on the small touches. From the various windows to the trim, everything feels thoughtfully crafted. Next up we have another British classic, the ABSC Railway E2 Class 060 tank engine, part of the London, Brighton and Southern Coast Railway. What a catchy name. Now, if this engine looks familiar, that's for a reason. The E2 are iconic locomotives mainly because they inspired a certain blue locomotive we all know and love. But this model goes far beyond that. It depicts an accurate representation of those fabulous locomotives. Check out the proportions, the placement of the tanks and those singular smoke box curves. The model hits the sweet spot between functionality and realism, something that will appeal to both history buffs and LEGO train fans alike. So, are you ready to build this fantastic train? Next up we have Mock, narrow gauge passenger car, based on my own train passenger car 115. This means this retired LEGO set is now more accessible to fans with modern parts and colors. The original passenger car from the early 2000s was part of LEGO's legendary My Own Train lineup, a series that let builders customize their own train collections via the website. These cars were simple yet charming, and this mock captures that same spirit, updated for today's bricks and builds, since parting out those sets is quite expensive. The mock stays true to the original design, but with today's color palette you get more options to fill your layout. Then we have Mock Little Winter Station. This is an alternative build of Hogwarts Clock Tower, and here is why that matters. An alternative build or alt build is a creative twist where you build a completely new model using only the pieces from an existing LEGO set. For instance, this model only requires 18 unique parts. Alt builds are a fantastic way to stretch your imagination and get even more value out of a set. If you've already built the Hogwarts Clock Tower but want something new, this mock offers a Winter Wonderland twist using those same pieces. Rebrickable makes it easy to create and compare alt builds with a convenient tool called Compare. See, this model has 18 unique parts, and even better, you can buy said unique parts from Bricklink or Brickall. But what does this model actually contain? This LEGO train station includes a charming build with a clock tower. You might recognize the color scheme from that Harry Potter set, but the designer did a great job de-Potterifying that set. We also have a little bus stop outside. Our next model is Vintage Streetcar and Tram, in minifigure scale, perfect for those who want to add something special to their LEGO city. The model includes a charming little tram with a nice color scheme. This streetcar will seamlessly blend into your LEGO city layout and maybe onto a shelf. Want some action on the tracks? This build easily accommodates power functions or a 9V motor for a smooth, authentic rolling experience. Then we have the Penn Central color scheme. This mock is a stunning recreation of one of the most iconic locomotives to ever grace American railways. Designed by Baldwin and built by General Electric between 1935 and 1943, the GG1 hauled passengers across the Pennsylvania Railroad network with style and power. And now, thanks to this brilliant build, you can bring it to life in LEGO form. This model keeps the GG1 in a classic black, a nod to the color scheme of the Pennsylvania Railroad and the later Penn Central, who painted their GG1s completely black. But wait, there's a recent twist. You can also build this version in dark red. If you love classic electric locomotives or want to expand your LEGO train collections with a piece of American railroad history, this GG1 is a must-have. It's a perfect blend of form, function and historical accuracy, ready to electrify your layout. Then we have the Santa Fe F7. Now, if you're a fan of LEGO trains, you probably know the original LEGO Santa Fe Super Chief set is super expensive. It's a must-have item for collectors with some rare parts that can send prices skyrocketing faster than a locomotive at full speed. But this mock changes the game. This build keeps the look and feel while ditching those hard to find parts. This mock is perfect blend of nostalgia, affordability and durability. It proves you don't need rare parts to build something impressive, just creativity. Well, train fans, we've covered a lot of track today, from steam-powered time machines to electrifying classics. These LEGO mocks show to us that we can build our own LEGO train themes, even if LEGO doesn't have one currently available. So what are you waiting for? Grab those bricks, fire up your creativity and let these incredible builds inspire your own LEGO trains theme. And if you want to see more LEGO trains, click this video on the screen right now. See you there!